But I wanted to start with overall wins, and I set the over under a little ambitious. This is a number I was thinking of before the 3-game series against the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
I set the over under at 87.5. And I want to see what you think on that. I know you just said 83 and then you had to revise after you saw the 3-game series. But remember, this team could go on a run. They still play the Rockies this year. They still play the White Sox this year. They still play some bad teams this year. So over under 87.5 wins at the end of the year.
If they get to 87.5 wins, like that is an excellent season. Like that's better than like what I would expect to be happy with this year. I'm going to say under because like I said, I'm more in the 83, 84 range, but that makes me more optimistic than I've been the last couple of years where I'm like, they're 81 and 81. And so I think where my mentality is at is they're going to be in a position to do something, as Buster showed last year before the All-Star break. They're going to have some needs that they will need to fill. And I think in order for those needs to be filled, they need to be playing good baseball. Like even if they're playing, within a few games of the wild card or, let's say within 5 games of the wild card come the All-Star break, I'm not sure that's going to be enough for Buster to go, hey, we're going to give out some of these prospects. And that's kind of what I'm getting at is they actually have prospects that people want. And so if you need something, if the Giants all of a sudden are in the mix and they are sitting, second in the wild card race or whatever it is, Buster has proven that he's willing to take the shot.
Yeah.
But he's also proven, which was after the trade deadline last year, when they were not playing well, that he's not willing to take a shot. He's willing to actually trade off pieces, Doval, Tyler Rogers, and continue to build the farm system. So my instinct says they're going to be a wild card team and they're going to be playing well enough for Buster to make another move. And that's kind of where my head is at. But hey, 80, if they get to 87 or 88 wins, I think that would be like, I mean, that's like where they were right before in like 2009 timeframe, right? Like that's where they were pacing to tell us like, oh my gosh, like this team might actually be good coming up soon. Because if they were to be able to do that, I think we would consider that a fantastic year based on what we've seen these last several years. So I'll say under, but it's not, it's only 3 games or so under, 3 wins under.
Okay, I'm going to put you at 83 just for fun. So we can look back at the end of the year and say, okay, this is kind of what we said. I also went under, and I'm thinking closer to 85, 86 wins. So I'm going to put myself down for 85. Like you said, too, I think Buster's going to go for it. He wants to win. Listening to that Greg Johnson interview, he wants to win. If you believe that, if you take that out of it, the problem is Papa Chuck Johnson, he likes money, so I don't know what that means.
How old is that dude? Isn't he kind of at the end of the rope here?
I think he's in his 80s. Yeah. So if Charles Johnson ends up taking over the team, things might be a little bit different, but who knows?
So Sky Nels in the chat says high of 88. So that's a high end. That would hit your over.
That would be an over.
High end.
That would be an over. All right. There we go.
There you go.
And I think we get to 85, and I think we get higher if we had gone deeper into the bullpen in free agency. Personally, I think that's what would have happened. I think we'd be closer to like 88, 89.